Oh, good. You're back.
No, not lost, sir. She's dead.
Oh, tragic. Truly tragic. But they say the desert calls the weak.
My God, man, she was one of yours. Cousin, even.
I am in deep mourning, sir. Rumors of disloyalty buzzed around her like blowflies, but now, who's to say? Certainly not her.
My one pleasure in this hell is knowing that you're trapped here with me.
A momentary setback, I assure you.
Even your Harkonnen masters find you insufferable, Maxim. You're down here forever.
Tell me, dear Anton, what's it like being the handkerchief your superiors use to wipe the gore off Shining Atreides' honor?
Let's settle this.
Gladly.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
Someone new. Are you, by chance, looking for banter or legal advice? You may call me Amadi Ikeni. I serve the interests of House Seda on Arrakis. I, myself, am from the minor house of Ikeni. We are at Seda House Minor, and a very specialized one at that. House Ikeni acts as the sole legal representatives of the Tsedan royal family. We specialize in imperial law as it pertains to the governing of houses and the conduct of nobility. We defend the Tsedan name. In a chaotic universe of so many winding pathways, focus is truly a blessing. Is there anything else you'd like to know about me? The Anvil is a unique melting pot where enemies gather together. Certain inquiries I'm looking into on behalf of my house keep me here. And what a fine place to offer legal advice, where even the most aggrieved parties not only share the same room, but must remain civil. In particular, there are a pair of Atreides and Harkonnen officers who daily argue with each other over the finer points of Canley law. Many see Seda as the least conventional of the great houses. Some call us enigmatic. We were the staunchest supporters of the Butlerian Jihad. The unenlightened say we arose from a fanatical theocratic regime. But these are the words of the feckless when they see true commitment. In truth, we rose in power too quickly, occasioning the other houses to form weedy gardens of envy in their minds and hearts. Correct. He said, "Such was the splendor of the risen phoenix, that the lesser birds could not but call and hoot for all their plainness." Several houses formed an anti-Tsedan league, disseminating malicious propaganda which haunts our image to this very day. But we march on. House Seda is the forerunner in legal consultation in the Empire, from lands rad ordeals to spacing regulations. Our unparalleled mastery of law is sought out for criminal proceedings, Canley disputes, and Butlerian infractions.
Do you aspire to contribute to something bigger than yourself? Care to join the right side of this war?
I am Anton Tolliver. I serve proudly as a soldier for House Atreides. However, my superiors deem me useful for more subtle operations. My house seeks assets in this wretched war of assassins. I prefer open conflict, but my Duke needs me here. It would be an honor to serve with you. However, trust must still be built. I have a task. Complete it, and we can discuss our future association.
One of our undercover agents went missing. I fear Maxim is on to him. Bring me him, or information on what became of him. Find the agent. Details are in this contract. I'm pleased to see you again. Duke Leto is the paragon example of all we stand for. Strength with wisdom, justice with generosity, steel with compassion. Everything Arrakis needs. Ours is a noble house, not only in blood, but in loyalty and honor. We've defended these values all the way back to ancient Greece on Old Terra.
I think on those stories often. The glory days. The days of heroism. Days long before the sun of Arrakis and the shadows of this war of assassins.
The Harkonnens have no honor, no values, no redeeming qualities. Their recruiter over there is a vile runoff of every one of their anti-virtues. These Samuda-addicted freaks will lie to you, exploit you, and throw your used husk aside when they're done. You have my word.
I am of House Atreides. There is no call I do not answer. There is no faith that I betray. My roots stretch back to the ancient mythologies of Earth. Then you understand my longing. I miss the oceans, the tempo of the rain, the more innocent days. Look over at my counterpart, Maxim, that vulgar, avaricious addict. Squatting like a scheming toad, I aspire to be everything that he is not. Any other questions? Very little of my time is free. I devote myself towards ending the war of assassins, at least. Though I sometimes listen to Communinet broadcasts. The Atreides broadcasts. After everything I've seen on Arrakis, the serials ring naive to me, but the poetry still strums something in my soul.
Well, you look more capable than the average scum. This war of assassins has a way of making people into victims or victors. Which are you, I wonder? Oh, dear Anton over there? The poor sod was meant for the battlefield, not intrigue. He drank his own propaganda, and it's turning to poison in his guts. The business of espionage is often cold, but thanks to the laws of Canley, Anton and I have kept intimate enough closeness as to make it personal. like Anton. Oh, this place is going to devour you. Pardon me. Living in the heat and lingering Fremen stink erodes civility. I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, intelligence officer of Great House Harkonnen. It seems you can both read and follow directions. We should get along famously. We Harkonnen believe in power and hierarchy. The strong prevail and free the weak from agency, delivering them to glorious submission. Which are you? You wear indignation like a lapdog wears a tiny hat. Most amusing. Nah, perhaps you're right. The Baron's nephew is known as the Beast. Regardless, you seem shrewder than my Atreides counterpart over there. Look at that poor lumpling, waiting for a pat on the head from his masters. I'd call him a typical Atreides hypocrite. But dear Anton lacks the depth for hypocrisy. He truly believes the fairy tales his house spoon-feeds him. As I said, I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, an intelligence officer of the Great House Harkonnen. And I'll tell you a secret. I do not belong here. Success breeds envy. My wild success breeds wildly envious peers. Their petty schemes have temporarily lowered me into this grubby purgatory. This is temporary. It's good for me. While they grow lazy above, I hone my craft below, collecting diamonds in the rough among this criminal scum. They say it was my excesses that brought me low. Lies. My hungers make me great. An army marches on its stomach. Great men march on their vices. Ambition and excellent taste in benefactors. You and I are destined to be friends. Have I sated your curiosity in me? That's the trick. I'm never not scheming. But you refer to leisure. I enjoy the occasional Communanet broadcast, particularly the Man-Trap. A glorious combination of survival and spectacle. This year's competition is fierce. My wagers are already placed. I may have some inside knowledge. But enough about me. Let us talk of opportunities and success. Success is by far my favorite drug, sweeter than even Zamuta. Brazen and eager, I can work with that. I'd say it's about building trust, but this is a game of intrigue, so we'll deal in usefulness instead. You see, my job is to sift through the dregs of this dunghole, separating rare talent from so much meat we throw into the grinder. My last promising asset up and vanished while on the trail of an Atreides agent. Are they dead? Are they deep into their cups? It is unimportant. The Atreides agent is the thing. Bring me all the information you can gather, and we may just allow you under the umbrella of our success. Perhaps Anton was sloppy in contacting his agent, and perhaps I spied on him. But if he's on the move, we must hurry. We must hurry. Find information regarding the Atreides agent, and you'll find our favor. Don't know you from Adam. Slag off.
I had problem. Another innocent traveler, like every other scoundrel here. Got my eye on you, stranger. Don't test me. Friendly banter ain't worth the spit it costs in the gap. Get tough or get dead. Sooner you learn that, the later you'll croak. And I was hoping to retire 10 years ago. Name's Tig. I run this LO. Any other burning questions? Used to run spies for the Arks. Got tired of them. Got tired of taking orders. Sandflies wanted me, but I can't stomach their muling politics. Who? Not what? Lazy bastards, the lot of them. Holed up in the shield wall. Want to wage without doing the work. Give the rest of us Duners a bad name. You think an old-timer like me can't tap a keg? I do just fine. That's a mighty pretty way to say criminals. In here, they're meek as mice. I got the only spy spear in the gap, so behooves them to behave. Sure, some of them get to leave. Don't give a spit about accumulating Solaris. Just want my own place, to be left alone. Yet you desert frees keep occasioning me to scratch. Of course you do. I call it the anvil, because of the hammer. Only joke I ever made. If it's perishable, I don't stock it. That's all there is to tell. Yet, you got more questions. It was always nice and quiet around here. Back when the Fremen were at Mirzabah. Nobody dared come near. But then the Sardaukar ruined everything.
I really appreciate this.
What happened?
The pogrom that gutted the Fremen like animals. After that, the bandits all came crawling out of their holes. Now look at this place. It's packed. Huh, can't well leave these cutthroats to starve, can I? They're regulars. Besides, who'd be fool enough to take over this den of thieves from me? Spread slander like that and you best make peace with your tongue. Guess that's not illegal. The Vermilius Gap? I ain't no mentat, but this desert and I are on intimate terms. Oh, that's because of the iron. Used to be a big industry here for it. You can still see some of the old rigs. Long, long ago, before the spice craze. Used to be the Fremen owned this patch of sand, till the Emperor had them all killed. That's when the blasted Kirabs slinked in. Most of them, sure. They'd rather die young, knife in hand. Older I get, the more sense I see in that. All of them, though? No. They're a tenacious lot. Scavengers turned bandits. Got to figure in slitting throats was the more reliable work. They rove in small nomadic bands. Well, they're not bastards, but they're paying customers. We have a deal. They operate in the area, but cause no trouble here. Don't want to talk about it. Best quiet that question, lest you like a sucking chest wound. There's them two staring daggers at each other yonder. Spycraft recruiters for the Atreides and Harkonnen. Passive aggression makes me nethers itch. I appreciate the sycophancy. You take me for a tour guide? See that big rock shaped like a hammer? That's Mirzabah. Great view. Start there. See what you can figure out. Still alive? Not too bad. We had a bet going. Still alive? That's too bad. We had a bet going.
You have been called by him, by Shai-Hulud, yet you live. This must also be of his will. Shai-Hulud speaks and says, "Be prepared to appreciate what you meet." He has taken all that you are and found in your soul no nourishment. Plain words, then. Pay attention. When the worm comes for you, he takes all that you have. Do not tempt Shai-Hulud. Fear him, or lose all. A fool with a great destiny who is destroyed by God is just a fool. Do you understand? Yes, except this once. Shai-Hulud is troubled by your hollow soul. He offers no mercy. What he takes is his. But I am here. I offer you this gift. Once and once only. Will you take this gift? A choice once made cannot be undone. Shai-Hulud will not allow such mercy again. Be careful. You have been warned.
Thank you very.